Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be making this simple beginner friendly blouse with a bell sleeve that you are seeing right here. So if this is something you're interested in learning how to make, just keep watching this video to the end. And if it's your first time you're coming across my video or any of my channel, please do wait to hit the subscribe button and join this beautiful family. Thank you. So guys, this is the fabric we are going to be using, and this is a silk fabric that I'm making use of. So it was just a leftover fabric that I have, and you are going to be needing an elastic waistband. So the elastic waistband I'm making use of is 1.5 inches elastic waistband. So we'll be dropping that aside so we can start cutting. So this fabric I have is 2 yards. So I have 2 yards of this particular fabric, and this is the yardage part. So we are going to be measuring the yardage part. So you can see, so I'm just going to be measuring it so that we can confirm how many yards I have. So I have 2 yards that I'm going to be using to make this particular top, and why I use this 2 yards is because of the length of the fabric. So the length of this fabric is by 45. So this particular silk fabric that I got was 45 in length. You can even see it's never up to 45, it's been 44. Now if you have a fabric that is by 60, you can make use of 1.5 inch and it will still give you that same result. But if you want your bell sleeve to be very nice and very beautiful, I think you should also make use of 2 yards. So on this yardage part that we have, I'm going to be folding my fabric like this. So I'll pick this part that I have and I'll pick this other part. So I'll be folding it by the lengthwise. So this is my yardage part. I'll pick it like this and join the two mouth together. So this is how I fold my fabric, because I want to make use of the yardage part for the wideness of my fabric, so that it can give me the desired length of my bell sleeve that I'm going to be working with. Now after folding it like this, I'll go ahead and arrange my fabric and make it to be into place. So I'll just arrange this fabric very well, and we are going to be retaking the measurement, so you will see the part that I fold. So this part now, when I fold it, it will still give me the same yardage of fabric that I have initially. So when I measure it now, I'm going to be having 2 yards of fabric. I'm going to be having 2 yards of my desired fabric. Now I'll still go ahead and pick this part now, and I'll be folding it again. So I'm having a 4 fold right now, because we are going to be cutting the front and the back together. This is a cut together dress. We're going to be cutting the front and the back together. Now I'm having a total of 4 fold. I folded the first time and I'm now folding it the second time. Now when I fold it like this, I'm having but 1 yard on fold right now, so you can see. So I'll just go ahead and turn my fabric the other way around so that it will be easier for me to take measurements. So this part is the folded part, which is going to be serving as our center back and our center front. This part is going to be serving as the side, the part that the sleeve is going to be falling into. You can see it's folded into 4. Now we're going to be starting by taking our measurements. Now at that shoulder part that I have, I'm going to be marking half of my shoulder measurement. So just go ahead and divide your shoulder measurement by 2. Your shoulder measurement by 2. Then the neck width I'm going to be making use of is 3 inches for my neck width. Now the neck depth I'm going to be marking first is the back neck depth, which I make use of 1.5 inches. Then I'll be connecting it to the neck width. Now I'll still place my tape and I'll go ahead and mark my front neck depth, which is 7 inches. I mark my front neck depth to be 7 inches. Then I'll be connecting it with a straight ruler to form a V neckline. So the front has a V neck. The front has a V neck. So I'm done connecting that. Now when you are done connecting your neck depth, your neck width, the next thing we are going to be doing is to determine our sleeve length from that our shoulder part, that from that place we mark our shoulder, half of our shoulder, go ahead and determine your sleeve length. So I make use of 24 inches for my sleeve length. Now I'm not going down by anything because this won't be having I won't be cutting out the shoulder. Now I'll be marking my sleeve opening. So what I made use of for my sleeve opening is 15 inches. My sleeve opening, I made use of 15 inches for my sleeve opening. That is how wide I want my sleeve to be. Now I'll be placing my tape on my shoulder. I'll go ahead and mark my bust points depth. Now I'm marking the depth of my bust point, my bust point, which is 10 inches, but I just came down by 1 inch, making it 11 inches. Now I mark my waist of 16. Now this top does not stop at my waist, it's below my waist. My waist is 16 inches. Now my top length is 19 inches. What I mark for my top length is 19 inches. Remember I told you guys that I marked my waistline, and I marked my top length. So my waist is 16 while my top length is 19. Now I'm having extra 2 inches remaining. I won't be cutting that out. I'm going to be using that as where I'll be inserting my elastic. So I'll just be folding it in. Now I'll just use my ruler and draft out that lines that it will reach at the other part. Now once I'm done doing that, I will go ahead to start inserting my measurement. So on that part I mark as my bust point depth, I'll go ahead and divide my bust circumference by 4. So divide your bust circumference by 4 and marked it. Now I'm adding 2 inches allowance. Now this 2 inches allowance, I added 1 inches for ease allowance, for it to be a little bit free on me, and 1 inch for sewing allowance. Now the same measurement I marked at my bust point, that is what I'm going to be marking on my waist depth and also on the full length of my blouse. Also on the full length of my blouse. So you just take whatever you marked on your bust point, take it down to the full length of your blouse. Now I'll go ahead and place my tape on the upper part from that neck part, from that center part up to the shoulder part, to determine what the length of my sleeve was. Now I'll go ahead and mark the same thing I have on that my sleeve opening part, so that I can have a straight curve there. Now I'll just go ahead and connect those dots together. Now I want to form a curve that will lead to that sleeve opening part. I don't want that thing to just be straight, so I'll be going up from that bust point and I'll be connecting it. So guys, I was just trying to do something that will work for me. Just go ahead and do whatever that works for you. Like, you can see how I'm trying to connect it, just like you connecting a kimono dress, but just the difference is that this one is long and the belt sleeve is somehow wider than your bust point. So just go ahead and connect it like that, and that is all for this particular top. We are going to go ahead and cut it out. So guys, just go ahead and cut out your top. Just cut out everything. So guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please, I'm pleading with you guys, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Just subscribe to this channel. Is a way of you supporting me and also showing me some love and also encouraging my channel to grow. Just subscribe to my channel. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the neck part for the back. So go ahead and cut your neckline for the back first. Then I'll be opening it up. So before I open up the dress, I'm going to be notching that shoulder part. So I'll be notching the shoulder part like this. So I'll go ahead and notch the shoulder part like this. So I'll be notching the two shoulder part like this. Then I will go ahead and open it up. Remember that the neck line I cut was the back neckline, so I want to cut the front neck depth, and we didn't cut out our shoulder because it's a cut together shoulder and I don't want to open it up. So I'll just go ahead and arrange my cloth like this. See what I'm doing? So just go ahead and arrange your front part very well. This is how you're going to be placing it, making sure that that part that you notch at that shoulder is aligned. Then you go ahead and cut out your front neck line. I hope you guys understand what I did at this point. It's very easy. Just watch the video. You're going to catch up with it. Now I'll go ahead and place it back for you guys to see. So this is what it's looking like. So I'll go ahead and place it back so that you guys can see what it's looking like. Now this is what the neck is looking like. Now you can see the back neckline, you can see the front neckline. So the front is a V, is deeper than the back. The back is just a basic neckline. So now the next thing we are going to do is to either you go ahead and cut a facing, or you cut a stripe that you are going to be using to pipe the neck part. So me, I'm going to be piping mine with, I'm going to be turning it with this fabric. So before I do that, I will just notch around 1/2 inch at the center of that my V neck. So it will help me while turning it for it to still maintain that V shape. So this is what it's looking like. So I've gone ahead to turn it. So I said that you can either cut a facing for it or you turn it. My fabric wasn't remaining anything that would be enough. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to hem the sleeve part. So when I'm done hemming the sleeve part, now you go ahead and close the sides of your dress. After hemming the sleeve, go ahead and close the sides of your dress like this. As you can see, you're going to be repeating the same process for the other part. Close it, go ahead, hem your sleeve first, hem that sleeve opening first before closing. So guys, I'm done hemming and closing the sides. This is what it's looking like, and we're almost done with this top. Now you remember that we have 2 inches allowance that we kept for the hemming of this dress. So this is how we are going to be hemming it. So you go ahead and hem in 1/2 inches first. After hemming 1/2 inches, you go ahead and hem the remaining 1.5 inches, so you are going to be hemming this 1.5 inches inwards, so that it will be enough, a space that will be enough for your waistband to pass through. So remember, we're using a waistband of 1.5 inches. So guys, I've gone ahead to hem it. And I left a space of around 2 inches or 2.5 inches where I'll be able to pass in my elastic waistband inside. Now this is my elastic waistband. I want to cut out the desired length I'll be needing. So my waist, I'm going to be having my waist circumference. So my waist I'm using is 29. Then I'll go ahead and remove 4 inches from that 29. My waist is 29. I'll go ahead and remove 4 inches from the 29. I remove 4 inches from the 29 and it's remaining 25 inches. So that is what I'm using for my elastic that will be passing around my waist. That's part that I hem. So I'll just go ahead and pass it through that little opening that I kept. Remember, there was an opening I told you guys I kept opening of 2 to 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches, sorry. And that is where I'm going to be passing this elastic. So I'll be doing this off the camera so that this video won't be too long. So I'll be doing this off the camera. I'll just pass it like this and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So guys, this is what it's looking like. Now the next thing for you to do, go ahead and remove your safety pin. Go ahead and remove your safety pin and now hold down your elastic. So I'm going to be overlapping my elastic and I'll be stitching it down. I'll be holding it down so that it won't be moving. And once I did that, I also closed that little opening that I left. So I've closed the opening that I passed my elastic through. And the next thing I did, I went ahead to hold down that elastic. At those 2 sides that I joined my dress, I hold down the elastic there. I also stitch it down there so that it won't be moving. You know, sometimes when you don't hold down your elastic, when you want to roll it, it will be turning inside. To be turning. So because I don't want to stitch on top that elastic, I just want to hold it down. So hold it down at the necessary point and you will just see what it's looking like. So guys, we are done with this beautiful tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, like this video and share it with others. Thank you guys.